welcome back, everybody. I skipped yet another week last week. I've been traveling a little bit, and I I really don't film these videos during the week. I want to save it for kind of like a sacred Sunday journal entry. I'm not feeling the idea of premeditated, planned. I mean, at its core, this is for me, and this is a great exercise for me to kind of hold a thought and to kind of reflect on what I want to do and what I want to say when I film these videos. And there's a lot I could say. I finished a painting this week that I absolutely love. I'm a huge fan of how this came out. The experiment of taking the digital rendering, like I'm building these paintings on the iPad lately, and the freedom and the experimentation and the ability to kind of remove and add color and add things and layer is obviously infinite. I can make a mistake, I can start another one, and then when I finally land on, okay, I really like this one, it's now like a major test with my color theory and my ability to mix paint to see if I can get it close enough. And this one I was pleasantly surprised. I like how the separation of each palette kind of goes together, but it contrasts and it looks kind of trippy. It's unique. So these are the paintings that really kind of keep me going, where I surprise myself and I'm able to kind of pull it off in this way, and I stand at these different angles and look at this painting and I'm happy with it. So I'm so happy with it that I'm doing a second one. And it's gonna look very similar, but it'll obviously be a little bit different. And my curiosity has spiked. So you may see a few of these because I find it interesting. But yeah, that's definitely a highlight of the week. I must say I'm getting married next week. So this will be the last video likely before I'm officially married. And I'm getting married to the most lovely, beautiful person on this earth that I could have ever imagined to spend my life with. And this, few weeks kind of leading up to this big ceremony has allowed for a lot of reflection. I mean, I've come a long way and so far that I can't even imagine somebody wants to pick me. I spent a long time building it up and tearing it down, and I spent a long time lying and living a double life to try to keep up with the habit that I had at the time. And the byproduct of that is that you end up taking people with you. Your family, your friends, whatever relationship you're in at the time is feeling the consequence of your actions for sure. And I've taken a lot of people with me. And in this amount of time of sobriety, I cannot believe that I've been able to form a trusting relationship with another person where there isn't anything there that is, selfish motive from how I used to be. It's wild and it's scary, and it's almost like a pinch me kind of moment of, do I deserve this? Does she deserve this? Am I gonna one day just blow it up because I'm this ticking time bomb of obsession or addiction? And it really freaks me out because when it was just me, I get it. I guess I affected less people, which is kind of not even really true, because whether I liked it or not, I affected others by my decisions. But now I'm going into this union of lifelong teammate, and I better be on my best behavior, and I better continue to kind of check what is going on with me. And lately it's just been like a whack-a-mole kind of scenario. Something crops up, whether it's I'm spending too much, or life is imbalanced with work, and I swear, if it's not one thing, it's another, and I will address one and try to knock it down, and then another one will come up, and it's just constant, constant, constant. Because, largely because I think the truth is that my spirit is a little bit unsettled. So if the spirit is unsettled, then the vice or the obsession, doesn't matter what it is easier to seep through. And it crops up in different ways, and it's the phone, it's scrolling, it's consumerism. I need to have this and buy this. It is so ridiculous, but I'm watching myself in this kind of third person over top behave this way. And I can snap myself out of it, like, Ryan, what are you doing? You don't need the new whatever. You don't need to overexert yourself here. It's just but my natural state is just obsession. And I need to be super conscious of that stuff moving forward, because the consequences don't only affect me, they affect this other person. Financially, emotionally, time, balance, everything is a new consideration. And it has been. It's just gonna be real and documented, and I don't think things change with the dynamic of us. It's not like kind of old school marriage where things are, she moves in, and that's kind of what happens. It's going to kind of be the same, but I need to be more considerate. And if we're looking at what an addict is, to me, it boils down to just incredible, immense selfishness. Me as an addict is selfish beyond even what I could recognize. It's a natural state where, selfishness is really corrosive. And if I'm not watching these things kind of creep up, and constantly working on them and addressing them and telling somebody else and praying about it and asking for help and actually taking the feedback, then I'm going to not only have consequences, but I'm going to affect another person. So, there's all different scenarios that creep into my mind and reflection, and I'm blown away that I found this partner and this partner found me, and every day this thing grows, and I enjoy this other person more and more every day. And I'm just, I don't know, I feel lucky. I feel like I cannot even comprehend, like, my life was not good for a long time, and it was really difficult, and it was really sad, and it was really confusing, and I cannot believe the rewards and the gifts that I've received through this process and this journey of sobriety and recovery. It's I got a second chance at life, and I'm just kind of going through it, through the motions, trying to do the next right thing, and time builds on itself, and the foundation hardens, and you build from there. And then I'm looking up in reflection, and I'm like, wow, almost like, how did this happen? How did I get so lucky? How did I get these opportunities? I just can't believe it, and you hear the silly cliches of my life is beyond my wildest dreams. And for a long, when you're coming around in early recovery, you hear that stuff and it does not resonate. You do not believe it. It's like a, yeah, right, yeah, we'll see, my life is terrible. And it's now to the point where I understand what they were saying back then, because it's happening to me, and it's happened to me, and it's continuing to happen. And life is hard, and it's gonna have bad things, and bad things are gonna happen. But like, I cannot believe the transformation that have happened to my life, just as a whole. And I sit and paint and kind of reflect on that quite a bit, and it's beautiful. This second shot at life is not to be, taken for granted, and it is immensely important that I continue to stay sober, because part of that foundation is that, as a fact, like, I am, and that's it. Like, I cannot do some of the other stuff that regular people do, and that's totally cool, because the trade-off has been fantastic. I'll take the trade-off for sure. There is reliability, there is trust, there is, a routine in my lifestyle that allows me to get married, that allows me to be a partner to somebody else. So it's a big week. Next week I will be coming back with maybe a new set of information for this journal entry. And again, this is, I could care less if anybody is watching. This is for me, and ideally for you, to pick up a small nuance, little droplet of a gem that I may say. I mean, I don't know anything, but I do believe that passing information along, you just never know. Someone could pick something up, and it could inspire them or alter how they thought about things, and that's what this is for, because none of what I'm telling you is original information. I've gotten it from somewhere else, and I'm just kind of regurgitating it and telephone gaming it over to you. So I appreciate you watching, listening, and being a part of this journey. Believe me, I'm going to go on and on. I have enough going on and in my past and in my future to make these for the rest of however YouTube will let me. So, thank you.